I don't even gonna be mad. I'm young, black, and rich. I can take one Percocet and not if I should take a 60. Baby, you don't need to in your back. You just got pretty Ricky. I'll tell you, now come in and we get that in the city.
His spiritual pressure is incredible. Which one? Which one of you is the strongest? Who's gonna take me on? Victory. It's enough. Get out of here. I'd say you have about 2 or 3 attacks left in you. But still, even if you were able to do it 100 more times, you wouldn't stand a chance of beating me in my release move. Release move? Well said. Don't forget my name, Sorcerer. And you better pray that you never hear it again. Dreams, you Jagger Jig. Because the next time you hear my name,
You're not the same.
Which one? Which one of you is the strongest? Who's gonna take me on? Retreat. Oh boy, y'all thought the teacher story that I shared the other day about a teacher holding down an autistic student was bad. Wait till you hear what happened with this student. And I'm going to go ahead and give a trigger warning because it is horrible. Now, this happened last year, but these monsters' faces need to be plastered everywhere so people can know exactly how evil they are. Here's your Daily Dirty Teacher story. 5 so-called educators out of Indiana at an elementary school were charged last year with neglect or failure to report neglect after something that you will not believe happened to a 7-year-old special needs child. Videos showed them making a 7-year-old boy in a life skills program literally eat his own vomit and clean it up. This happened in Brownsburg, Indiana, and it occurred last year, as I already said. Sarah Seymour is pictured on the left here, and she is a life skills teacher for students with special needs. And Deborah Knippe, which is pictured here, I hope I said her last name correctly, but she's on the right. She was an instructional aide. They were charged with neglect of a dependent, which is a felony. They were also charged with a misdemeanor of failure to report. 3 others were charged with failure to report after they sat there and watched these monster women watch this 7-year-old eat his own throw up. One was another teacher, another was another aide, and one is a contracted behavioral technician. The incident reportedly happened in February of last year, but it was not reported to police until April, and it was all caught on video, thank God. The video literally shows all these staff members surrounding the boy, watching the mistreatment of him as he ate his lunch, or tried to. The little boy on the video when he's sitting down at a lunch table eating his food, he then learned to eat with then to the Andrews County Jail. The Brownsburg School District ended up releasing a statement about the incident. They said that staff learned about the incident on the night of April 12th, even though it took place on February 16th. It was said that one of the employees who were charged with failing her to report the incident revealed what happened eventually in this part of the investigation. Because these people that are eating their own children out, both Deborah and Sarah are meeting the world contact students and requesting administrative leave and saying that other 3 instead of they were initially terminated, and Sarah ended up turning over her teaching license. This is unbelievable. These people are disgusting and correctly, they deserve to be safe, be forced to eat their own kid. I just don't get how some of these teachers are should be in a profession or into this profession. For more dirty teacher stories, visit my playlist on TikTok. Flavor.
We're not the same. What you talking about, Schmissy?
In essence, you were charged with 4 counts of felony murder. Felony murder in the 2nd degree. The maximum imprisonment, the maximum penalty for each count is up to 30 years imprisonment.
Really need to both. Really, I'm telling you.
Truth is, these are always selling out, especially on
Unexpected. When my husband and his ex-wife were having sex, they asked Olivia Hunter, our 6-year-old daughter.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you Jalen Hurts was awful last night, but I thought it was a pretty uninspiring performance. Yes, he did some good things, and of course led his team to a win, but way too many turnover-worthy plays.
We're not the same.
Interceptions. I thought he should.
So let's start with this first interception of the game. It's the first drive of the Eagles here. It's 3rd and 15 on their own goal line. And they line up with the lone receiver on the left side, 2 on the right, and then the tight end.
shotgun. Actually, the name's Young Superhero. Obsessed. Yeah, we see that. That's absolutely essential.
Well, you're right. I really do not like the dub of Black Clover.
これは悪魔の魔法が消えず不安を侵食し続けみんながなんか体が人とのつながりが教えてくれる出口は最上階にしかない急げ
Maybe consider the day. It's not.
全員どうしてしまえばいい彼とクリボワールド必要だこれワルトスワルトスおそらくこれからですけど一つに結びつける合体魔法シルバの剣Jフォースアンチ魔法の少年この金滅魔の剣をさあ、そし、それはきっと、今に必ず手に触れつくんだ。なるいないもん魔法師君たちが守るクローバー王国の未来の道だ。
You have to say you think that is love. It's only sub now. Mom!
seconds. So he gets in front of this ball, intercepts it in the end zone. It's a turnover instead of a field goal. In the fourth quarter, the Eagles. I'm sorry, Eagles fans, this is egregious. This is. And not here. It's completely hurts. In plain sight, making this stuff back across the body to the middle of the field after Jair Alexander has been staring at him for 2 seconds. So he gets in front of this ball, intercepts it in the end zone. It's a turnover instead of a field goal in the fourth quarter for the Eagles. Like, I'm sorry, Eagles fans, this is egregious. This is not good quarterbacking right here. This is a bad play. And this is the other throw I think should have been a pick. Eagles got him in shotgun. We got 2 by 2. Niners are man coverage. Left side, some freshman coverage against A.J. Brown. If you watch this game, you know that didn't go well. Eagles were doing what Brown doing. This doesn't make any big. I think he just sees J. Alexander in freshman coverage and decides to play coverage. It's in Alexander's chest, but A.J. Brown is good coverage. So yeah, Eagles are not going to this is never up if he has to win some of this. It is early in the season. I'm not saying he can't, because I would say he's bad work, but he does need to step it up. There were some rough plays in this game. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Jalen Hurts was awful last night, but I thought it was a pretty uninspiring performance. Yes, he did some good things, and of course led his team to a win. First of all, this is where you a man famous for his people. You know that. If a man famous for his people.
At the beach right now, you're gonna see some funny horses.
Yo, Mom.
Xavier the Renegade Angel. The idea behind it is that the show itself was created as a means of anti-religion. Not only that, but that the show itself proliferates ideas such as degeneracy and stuff, and that specific degeneracy combined with a lot of themes of blood rituals and stuff like that is a means of normalizing the population at large with things like the Epstein rituals. So, in other words, these elitists who kidnap children and perform blood spells created a show on Adult Swim so that whenever it's brought to light, you'll be like, hey, it's just like that cartoon. I bet it looks like that now, but
What do you
the way
want?
we're heading, I wouldn't be surprised at all whenever all that stuff comes to light. People are just like, oh, okay, bug chasing
Where is the cure?
a real thing.
Who has it?
That is awesome. So, bug chasing is a thing that happens in online crowds where people want to both attract and give STDs to as many unknowing people as possible. This is most often done with things like HIV.
Alfred, Joker's poisoned me. He may have poisoned Gotham too. Mr. Freeze is the only cure.
What are you waiting
Some
for,
people
then?
even try
He's
to
in
collect
Arkham
as
City.
many STDs
Find
as
him.
possible with
If
his
only he
body.
was that
While a
simple.
lot of it
He'll be
is
somewhere cold. He
consensual,
needs to be kept at sub-zero temperatures to survive.
I don't wish to worry you, but it is the middle of winter out there.
I noticed. I've calibrated the cowl to track heat signatures. I'll find the coldest point in Arkham
Oh, that's called bug chasing? You're trying to give herpes to other people purposely?
Kicks off and Penguin takes over. I might as well put a bullet in my skull right now.
Freeze's lab must be this way. I'm definitely heading toward the coldest point.
I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. A hotline straight to my bestest friend in the world. Just think, I can call you up whenever I get bored. I think our relationship is really maturing here. The next thing you know is we'll be exchanging emails or meeting up for romantic dinners.
Old GCPD building. Freeze must be using one of the old forensic labs. I've got to get in there.
Stop it! The door, it's shut tight. So what now? You two keep trying to get in. Think you can hide from me? Grenade!
Grenade.
Go! Everyone, get your asses over here now!
What?
This is bullshit. Mr. Freeze?
I figured you'd have a little more fight in you. Guess I figured wrong.
And horrible. And I read stuff like that, and then I think back to like the
door, it's shut tight. So what now? You two keep trying to get in. I'll blow their faces off if they try to get out.
And then what? We just grab Freeze and take him back to the Joker?
Sounds like a plan.
Or at least one like for example, if bananas and water and other plants that over time genetically into bigger species. For example, there's some like this drone corporation kind of company out there. It's a lot of stuff. And it's like, I bet we think that which would be a form of self-sustaining security. The other idea is the existence of
Batman's back!
plants that have adapted.
Over here, I got it!
Like the whole idea of
Don't hurt me! Please!
Nigga just told me not to hurt him.
Well, this is saying that because plants did that, there's potential that if it wasn't for human life, you doing that, and then eventually it'd be giant plant monsters everywhere. Upward causality is cause and effect as we understand it, only backwards. So for example, in an ecosystem, let's say you have water that comes down from the sky. So then that water adds water itself to the ground, plants take in that water, plants feed the animals, and other animals, etc. That's the principle of how the world itself works. It's something called downward causality. Or in other words, things start at the top, and as they continue through the flow of the ecosystem, things change. Upward causality is the other way around. So the animal that needs to eat another animal makes that other animal have the desire to eat food, which makes the food have the desire to take in water, which makes the sky produce more water. While this is a real backward thought of how things work, it does tie in well to things like simulation theory. So for example, you as the person need to intake food, so the system itself puts more food into it, which means it has to supply water for the food, or blah, blah, blah. What it basically comes down to is the idea that the most affected in a society are actually creating the effect itself. So rather than being beings that inhabit the biosphere, you yourself are the creator that changes the biosphere already. It's really like using an outdated weird ideas. This is here. Lithuanian poems has to do with Lithuanian poems that were discovered in the early 1900s that seem to correctly predict events that would happen in the future. Specifically, several of these poems from Europe correctly describe things like the Holocaust and the wars 20 to 30 years before the BC, with some records saying that these poems actually originated in the 1800s, so tackling years ago. What's interesting is that several of these influences of Lithuanian Sanskrit text, which, if you'll remember, I talked about earlier in the iceberg, Sanskrit text itself is interesting because they have all the traditions of what comes as well as alien.
Hardly salvation.
So,
You've been
through the whole
killing them.
grapevine, we can see that perhaps this alien influenced society influenced another society that was able to correctly predict things that would happen at so basically, aliens tell another group of people.
If you hurt them, Zaz, I will hunt you down.
At this point, there's perfect sense. Aliens caused the bubonic plague is the theory that aliens
somewhere in Arkham City,
the bubonic plague, also known as just the plague or the Black Death, is a disease that swept through mostly Europe, but the rest of the world It's estimated to have killed 25.
And don't try anything clever. I had a friend help me bounce the signal through every relay from here to Bloodhaven. You'll never find me. Now hang up that phone and start running. Ring, 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 ring. time.
I'm going to take my time, Batman.
We have Batman in sight.
Can you hear me? What's going on? Now for the love of... If any of you idiots at the GCPD...
If I hack this radio, I'll be able to listen into all of Penguin's communications.
Joker's crew are still outside, Mr. Cobblepot.
Good. Make sure it stays that way.
No problem. All right, listen up. Boss wants this place held tight. No one in or out. You see one of Joker's crew, waste them.
What about Batman?
Kill him too.
Just like that?
Just like that.
What does it look like?
How do I know?
So how will we know when we find it? What does Freeze do here anyway?
No idea. All I know is Penguin wants it. It's good enough for me.
We can't find it. It's not here.
Let's get this straight. Are you telling me that you are all so incompetent that you need me to come down there and help you search a room?
No. I mean...
Well, it sounds like that's what you're saying.
Please, Mr. Cobblepot. I didn't mean it. We'll find it.
Oh, yeah. One last thing. I hear Batman's coming your way. Good luck.
More so, it's saying that air is a drug. For one, oxygen itself is sort of like hallucinogenic.
Penguin's keeping track of his crew using heartbeat monitors. He'll know each time I take someone out. I need to move quickly.
Over here! I got him! He's over here!
Please, I give up. Look at me.
All alone, son. You better not piss me
Where's
off by
Freeze?
dying.
He's in the museum. Penguin's got him.
Kill you again.
I'll have to cut that tongue out of your head, boy. I don't know people telling tales on me.
No. I'm sorry, Mr. Cobblepot. He made me tell him.
You can have them, that man. I'm safe and sound here in my museum. Try and get me if you like. I've got plenty of surprises ready for you if you do. Starting right now.
That doesn't sound good. Alfred.
Hello, sir. Have you retrieved the cure from Mr. Freeze?
There were complications. Penguin has got his hands on Freeze and trapped me in the GCPD building.
You do realize that you will actually die if you don't get this cure soon.
Thanks for reminding me, Alfred. I'm in a police building. Cobblepot's obviously bribed some official into giving him the lock codes for the municipal structures. I'm downloading the unlock codes right now.
See, I told you it'd work. Blow the bridges, cut off the Cloud's forces. Easy. But Mr. Cobblepot, we're stuck too. So, we can't get back. And you... The point is... Well, it's just... You've left us over here with the Joker's crew. Try and take some of them down before you die, son. You bastard.
Stupid or what? Remember those guys?
We have visual on the explosion. Thermal scans show multiple detonation points. Over.
Roger that, AT3.
It appears that Mr. Cobblepot has made his move. Leave them to it. It will be interesting to witness how things progress as we approach Protocol 10.
Affirmative. AT3, continue your patrol. Out.
See? Nothing. I mean, the bridge just exploded. Nothing just explodes.
Did you see anyone screwing around over there before it went up?
There were some guys. They might have been penguins. What? I may have seen penguins got...
Is the idea that the stereotypical American 50s, wherever people had the idea of the atomic family, was part of a docility program, essentially get people to accept this one way